K4PEW, net control for the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net. Hold on one second. There we go. We'll be taking check-ins momentarily. There's emergency traffic, just call 911. Or you can tell us and we'll do it for you. Just tell us where you are and what the problem is. You can, let's see, where am I headed here? Got caught off by surprise again. For more information on that, you go to YouTube, which you all know, K4PEW in the search block. You can see the YouTube. Hold on. Yeah, I did it again. I was on the wrong frequency because I forgot to change over from the D-Star. From the FC4 FM net, excuse me. All right, we're here. It's K4PEW net control over the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net. Net may be broken at any time if there's emergency traffic. But just make sure to tell us what your problem is. I mean, no personal problems, just emergency problems. You can go to YouTube right now and see me on the screen of my radio. It's got the wrong. Damn it! Start all over again, man. I jumped the gun again. It's 146, 415, and I'm right here on. One of these days I'll get it right. I'm getting old and rickety. All right. My brain is getting rickety, and my body. If there's emergency traffic, just call 911. If you go to YouTube and see the screen around my radio, which is correctly finally on the right screen, and I'm here in that right-hand corner looking silly. Let's see. That's on 146. That's on YouTube. It's just put in my call K4PEW, and you'll see a screen pic of my circular picture of me and my wife when we got married some years ago. You'll also you can click on that, and it'll bring up a live feed. And you'll see that. You can also go to groups.io to sign up for our email list and get on there. And if you want to ask questions there about technical things, or if you want to buy or sell something, let people know. And that's MJSS. It's on groups.io. I think everybody knows where that is. Or you can ask me a question at K4PEW at ARRL.net. The net normally meets it every Friday, Wednesday, and Saturday night on 146, 415, which we are right here on Simplex. And we start the net, of course, here on 146, 415. Purpose of that is to have fun. Figure out what you can hear, what you can't hear. Also, invite everyone to use the net for announcements. The big announcement, of course, of the net. Tonight's net is, well, number one, I'll tell you about the nets we have tonight. But Sunday night is the 10-meter net on 28.415, handled by Michael, KM4YRF. Starts out on 10 meters, upper sideband, moves over to FM on 10 meters, and over to C4 FM on 10 meters. I think we're pretty sure it's the only tri-mode 10-meter net in the known galaxy. Maybe even the entire universe and all other galaxies, but we're not sure about that. No way to confirm it. Is there any other announcements I need to know about? Or we need to know about? All right. Then we shall proceed. This is net number 1,237. We'll be starting from the west, but first we're going to be taking check-ins. Well, of course, we're also, the next net after this one, let me get to that, is on 144.240 upper sideband. I don't know anybody else in the area that's doing an upper sideband net, but that's on 2 meters, no less. And then after that, we're going to 50.135 on 6 meters, in case anybody hasn't been doing this on Saturdays for a while. But anyway, let's start with the west. No, let's start with people short on time, mobile, or first-time check-in. Please come down.
KF4 kept you. Yeah.
All right, got Tony in there first. You out there taking pictures?
No, I'm trying to get set up. It's hot, and I'm getting a lot of noise, so I don't know if it's going to happen tonight. It's 8 o'clock, and it's 90 degrees.
That's what I have here as well, 90 in my backyard. Yeah, it's quite warm.
Yeah, it makes a lot of electronic noise in the circuitry.
Nice, nice. Well, let's hope it gets better.
Yeah, well, I'm going to try to do my best. Anyway, KF4 KFQ.
Yeah, it was good to see you at breakfast this morning. That was Tony, KF4 KFQ. He's in Smyrna. He's out there setting up for maybe taking pictures of the actual universe out there, all the stars in the sky, and other galaxies and all that, as well as our own solar system, I think. Who else? Oh, I think I heard Rick in there.
Hello, Paul. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Just getting older by the minute.
Yeah, me too, my friend. I appreciate you doing the net, man. Hey, let me ask you something real quick, not to hold you up. You been hearing anything about the carrier of the Lincoln, Abe Lincoln there being out deployed for 9 months, no groceries and stuff?
Yeah, they're full of crap.
I didn't think that was real. But anyway, appreciate what you do, Paul. Thanks for checking me in. Have a good night. KN4, TJF. Back to net.
Yeah, but they'll have fun the civilians trying to figure it out. That they had 2 people supposedly going to jump overboard. One apparently either did or, 2 out of 5,500 or 6,000 men having a little fit, conniption. Apparently they weren't ready to be a Navy.
Apparently not. Hey, 9 months is a long time. I think the longest I was deployed at any time was 52 days.
No, I get it, but the routine you just keep on plugging away. It's not as if you go crazy like they're whipping you every day, or you're doing 6 on and 6 off continuously, because they're not. They're not always in flight operations. They're not always doing anything or refueling or rearming. They don't have to refuel, but they do for the jets. But it's just silly for the. I don't know. They're just disgruntled sailors sending home emails to their relatives to say this sucks, and they're making some stuff up. I'm pretty sure they've got everything they need, because I'm sure that they were resupplied better than we were, because we were on canned and frozen, and fresh foods were gone after 10 days.
Right. Yeah. Well. Anyway, it's different now, man. There's men and women both on those carriers, and they have specialists and all that. And it's not like you don't have interaction.
Well, that's one of I bet you, I'm willing to bet, this is one of the greatest reasons why women should not be on fighting ships.
You think?
I'm confident of it. I don't know anything about what's going on there, so don't let me infer that there is. But when you put 15% of the crew, or approximately, I don't even know what it is, but that was the number I get from the Navy Department when I asked the question. They said about 15% of women are on ships. And I assume it's universal, particularly on a ship that's got 5,000 or 6,000 sailors. That's a lot of women. And that's a lot of interaction with men. And that usually doesn't end up well.
Yeah, my director at Creekside, he's retired now, but he was telling me he was in a lot later than I was. So he was telling me it caused a lot of problems.
Yeah, and the Navy's been lying about it for 30 years.
Yeah. Okay, like I say, I'm going to get off here. Thank you, Paul. Appreciate you, man. KN4 TJF.
Yeah, very good. That's Rick, KN4 TJF, and he's in out west of Ashland City, out there with a good signal again today, and his name is Rick. Who else is he? Who else is short on time, mobile, or first time? Is that do I hear Danny? Because it's kind of jungled. But that is OMI, right? Because I really can't understand your words. Very good. KQ4 OMI checking in from Cedar Hill, I think. Very good. That was Danny, normally in Hendersonville. He's up in Cedar Hill tonight, and a little scratchy signal. Did anybody hear him better than I did?
Nope.
Okay, now I thought there might have been somebody. Maybe like Danny up in Station Camp might have heard him better.
WB0NOO. I heard him. He said he had a Yankee on top of the car.
Cool. I understand you can call the Department of Animal Control to get rid of that. All right, appreciate it, Mark. That was Danny. Oh, that was just Mark, but that was Danny. KQ4OMI, and normally in Henderson, but in Cedar Hill. Who else is anybody short on time, mobile, or first time checking?
Kilo, Quebec 4, Golf, Papa, Sierra, KQ4, GPS, Ken in Portland.
Hey, good to hear from you, Ken. I ain't heard from you in a week or two.
Yeah, I finally had a chance on these Saturday. Now that I'm retired, I can't spend the day. But anyway, I think I got a good signal tonight, and I think I want to try to get through.
Yeah. How's my signal up to you, Ken?
You're coming in like 5 bars on my radio.
Yeah, you're a little scratchy to me, and I can't hear some of the words you're saying, but I can hear most of what you're saying.
Very good. Well, I just wanted to touch base with you, just let you know I haven't forgotten you, and
Yeah, very good. Well, we're here for anybody who wants to jump in, no matter how long you've been away. You know.
Very well. Well, you stay cool, Paul, and everybody else on the net, and we'll take it up sometime.
Yeah, that means I would never mow the lawn until like December. Anyway, good to have you in there, Ken. That was Kilo Quebec 4 Golf Papa Sierra in is it? No, I forgot where you are. Portland.
Yep, you did. This is KQ4, GPS 10 Portland.
Yeah, very good. I was pretty sure I was right, but not positive. Very good. That's KQ4 GPS in Portland. That's Ken. And who else is anybody else short on time, mobile or first time? All right, very good. We're going to go ahead and start from the west. Please come now.
W4G.
Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf. I'm glad you could stay up for the event there, Jeff. You feeling okay?
No, not really. I bet I'll be up for the other ones. I've been up, a little bit longer than what I usually am. I woke up about 1:30 this morning, couldn't go back to sleep, so kind of tired. But I'm going to go ahead and get checked in on this one.
Yeah, well, we could fix that right here from where I sit. I could start with the later nets, and then you could catch those, and we'll be starting with the 2 meters. You catch them all?
Nah, it won't be necessary. It'll inconvenience everyone else. I'm going to just probably go there and get the recliner and just drift off. So that's my plan.
Oh, I hear you. I did that yesterday. We had a power outage, and I made myself dinner, but just before the power outage, I ate the dinner sitting in the TV room, and then I didn't have the TV on or anything else on, and I fell asleep for 2 hours. It was so funny because then I couldn't go back to sleep.
It usually works that way. But anyway, I'll let you continue on, Paul. So I'll talk to you later. WY4G.
Very good. That's Jeff in Madison. Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf. Good signal as always. Who else is west?
KO4 OTV.
Hey, what's up, man? Wait a minute. You can get a perfectly good X700 for about $330 or $40 now. It's unbelievable.
Oh, I was in the market for one, but they were out they didn't even have an answer really how far they were out when I went to order it. So I just went with the 510.
I know it. It's almost crazy. I think in the future, if I were going to go that far, I just buy two 510s and put them in phase and end up with the same thing, maybe better.
That's a really good idea, and they're not that expensive, honestly. I mean, I was really impressed by the price, but if I'm not mistaken, I went to every single place. I think you were having an issue as well. Weren't you waiting on an antenna there for a while, about a year ago?
I was waiting on antenna or parts or both. It was unbelievable how not responsive Diamond was. It was like China was holding them hostage or something.
That's the same thing I thought, because it was like, I can get a 510 from 3 different places, but a 700, I looked high and low, eBay, used ones. I didn't want to buy a used one, though, for some reason. I didn't know if somebody, ran too much power through it or whatever the case, but you know how it is. But I really wanted a brand new antenna with a little bit more dB gain up here on this hill. I thought, man, I could really get out, which it's done fantastic. I'm not going to lie. I'll be honest, the 510 is a fantastic antenna, but, yeah, I really wanted a 700, man, and now that I've got this, man, I'm pretty happy.
Now, that 510, pound for pound, is the best value for the money in ham radio.
Oh, no question. And I can't remember what the dB gain was, but it was, I think, 2 or 3 dB higher than my X300.
I think it's 8.3.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And I can't remember, the 300 wasn't quite, I think it was just below, I don't know, 7, maybe it was just above 7, I can't remember. But it was decent, it's a good antenna, especially at my elevation. It's really all I needed, but I just wanted to see how good I could hear on certain things. So I thought, well, I'll try the 510, and I'm gonna be honest, I can hear Larry all the way down in Rockville on almost every single net. I wasn't home in time tonight to get on it, but the last 3 or 4 nets that I've been on, I could hear him, but he can't hear me.
Yeah, I really think the X200. I've heard talk to a few people who've got the X200. It really needs to say next to it, when it's in the book, on the web, it needs to say it's a repeater antenna.
Oh, ain't no doubt. Yeah, and the 300, I'm not gonna lie. I think I've got it over here in the corner. It's like 10 feet long, and it's been a fantastic. I think it's got 3 ground radials on it, but it's been a great antenna, man. And I just took it down just to try this one, but I mean, I may put it up for some other reason one day, but for now, I'm just gonna ride with this out. You know, it's been pretty well.
I get a kick. I was just looking at your web page. I don't remember the last time if I ever looked at it. But you've got that picture up your little shack there, and you got those 2 DeWalt chargers. That's in case you just want to take your drill motor and hack up your equipment.
Actually, I've got several of those. That's an older picture now, but I've got, I don't know, 6 or 7. I do battery charging parties in here about every week because I use DeWalt for everything. I got my drills, my impacts, my bandsaws, my fan. I even got one of those DeWalt fans that takes a 60 volt. I've got a chainsaw that's also DeWalt. That is a beast. And I've got some miter tools, and I've got a multi-tool SDS drill. I got so much DeWalt stuff, and I'm constantly charging batteries in here.
Yeah, that's something. Again, it's amazing to me. I remember the first drill motor I had back in I'm going way back, man, like 1971. It was a Black & Decker. It wasn't even a half-inch. It was a 3/8 inch bit. That thing would take a beating. I mean, you cannot believe the things I used to do to that thing, and it was still work.
Oh man, I've got some drills. When the XR brand came out, which it's only been about, I don't know, 12 or 13 years, I bought this drill and an impact. I can't remember if it was a set or what it was, but I've dropped them countless times every week, and they look beat all to hell and back. But I'm going to tell you, they work every single time, no matter what. And I mean, I beat them to death, and they've been the best ones I've had. Don't get me wrong, there's great ones. There's all kinds of good ones out there now, but whenever these break, I'm just going to replace them with some new ones. I mean, I'd go with Milwaukee if I had a bunch of Milwaukee chargers and stuff, you know, because Milwaukee's got some really good stuff too. But I'm just sticking with DeWalt because I've got so much invested in batteries.
I'm guessing that DeWalt is almost as good, or maybe just as good as Milwaukee. But Milwaukee has always been the standard to beat, you know.
Oh yeah, no doubt. And there's some stuff that DeWalt makes that is better than Milwaukee. For instance, this chainsaw. I didn't know Milwaukee made one, and it seems like everybody makes a battery-powered chainsaw these days, but I watched this guy called something test on YouTube. He tests all the stuff. I'm sure you've seen the guy. He does all kinds of different tests with everything, and the DeWalt even beat out the gas-powered steel.
That's amazing. Well, the beauty of it is to buy one for home use, it's going to last a lifetime. When you can buy something like a Milwaukee or a DeWalt, that's what you're going to need if you're working with them every day.
Oh yeah, and I wouldn't go with anything. I mean, there's some brands out there now that are great. I mean, Bosch makes good stuff. Heck, even Walmart's got some stuff now that's kind of impressive that I would have never thought I'd even say. But DeWalt and Milwaukee are pretty much the standard on any job site.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, really. Well, that way you can rob other people. You can borrow other people's batteries, you know.
Oh, ain't no doubt. And everybody out there now has switched to the 60-volt stuff, and so have I. And, it's flex volt is what they call it. And everything I own is 2060 now, and I've got some that are 15 amp hour, and I only have to charge them about once every 2 months.
Wow. So you could drag behind you on a cart one of those Tesla batteries, and you'd be run forever.
Yeah. And, and I'll stick it in an impact, and there's some days where I'll just wear that thing, and I mean just plumb out, and I'm just constantly hanging hooks or whatever. And I tell you what, man, it's impressive how long those batteries last, but you're going to pay for them. They're not cheap. They're about $350 a battery.
Well, in business, it's worth it. It just is.
Oh, yeah. If you're using it all the time, man, you need it. And plus, I have a DeWalt fan that I keep around with me because it's so stinking hot in those buildings with no air conditioner this time of year. It's 20 degrees hotter in there than it is outside, so you got to have something.
Yeah, when I was down in Florida, which was hot, it was hot in the summer, and what I hated most was finishing up apartments. That's what we were working on at the time. Inside, A, no lights, and B, no air conditioning yet because the power's not on yet. But we're having to put up fixtures and all the electrical devices and the panels. And those apartments would be so stinking. It wasn't just hot; it was so stuffy. It was overpowering.
Yeah, you can't breathe in there some days. There was a day last week I was out there in this room. It was just all windows, and none of the windows you can open, so there's no breeze. And I was telling this one guy that was working with me, I said, we need to get out of here before we both die. And we got out of there and got us some air, man. It was brutal.
Yeah, no, that kind of work. Well, again, that kind of stuff just builds character, you know that.
It sure does. Or a heat stroke, one or the other, whatever comes first.
That's right. Or heat prostration.
Oh, that's definitely coming first.
I think so. Anyway, anything else for the net, Joel?
No, that's it for me. See y'all on the next one. KO4 OTV.
Very good. That's Joel, KO4 OTV, and he is southwest of the Ashland City. That's where he is, in the wildlife management area over there. Who else is west? Nobody else west, like Jack? How do we miss Jack? Is he still screwed up with his coax, Michael?
I believe so.
Oh, man, oh, man. You can dress him up and take him to breakfast, but you can't get him on the air. All right. We're going to check in Jack as a no-show. Who else is south?
Kilo Romeo 4, India Delta Juliet.
Hello, Echo. What's up?
Hello.
I was going to ask people a question tonight, but I'm pretty sure you couldn't answer it.
Well, what would that question be?
Well, there was a movie that Monty Python did, and the king was asking all the knights three questions, and I was wondering if you knew any of them. Yeah, it's not quick enough. First, he'd ask him, "What's your name?" And then they'd give him your name. His name. "What's your quest?" And if they answered it wrong by not answering the Holy Grail, he'd throw them into this big chasm to their death. And the third question was often, "What's your favorite color?"
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that entire question. I accidentally tuned off.
Okay. Well, the question was about Monty Python doing a movie about the king asking knights questions to see if they qualified to go on the quest, their tasks, and they were three silly questions. What's your name? What's your quest? And what's your favorite color?
Well, my name is Echo. My quest is to possibly work for Tima one day, and my favorite color is actually pink, purple, or just light cyan.
Cool. Well, very good. Anything for the net tonight, Echo?
No, just a little bit of room decoration. I'm trying to work on Mesh-tastic, if you know anything about that. Mesh-tastic. How's my signal, though?
It's monstrous, although you're too close to the mic, I can tell you that.
Alrighty, is this a little bit better?
Yeah, most mics you don't have to creep up on them too much, especially on nice rigs.
Alrighty, well, I'm happy for being there, Michael. I'm gonna just monitor the net for now. I am not checking in on 6 meters tonight, and I'm checking on,
Very good. We'll see you then. That was Echo, KR4IDJ, and he's here in Mount Juliet, south of me. Who else is south?
Kilo Echo 4, Sierra Yankee Victor.
Very good. Got you in there, Larry. Your signal's better on both. Your sister here. Excuse me. You're better on DMR. On D-Star, and you're better on C4 FM than you are here, if you can believe that.
Yeah, I can believe it. Catch you later, Paul. KE4SYV.
Very good. That's Larry, KE4SYV, and he's in Rockville. I can hear him, but it's a rough signal. But on C4 FM, he was clear as a bell. It was like, really good. Who else is south?
Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet.
You got a big signal tonight, as always, there, Jimmy.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you, Paul. Thank you for everybody checking in tonight. Good to hear everybody so far.
Yeah. What is your quest?
My quest is to be fat, dumb, and happy most of the time. Ride motorcycles and eat barbecue and drink beer.
Well, see, those are very good choices.
We all have to have goals.
Yep, I'm with you. You didn't throw in brisket, the word brisket.
No, but a big pork butt wouldn't hurt.
Don't get me going with pork, man. That's one of my favorites.
Mine too. Baby back ribs, pulled pork, you name it. All kinds of pig parts. You really can't go wrong.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. The only thing I probably would not buy is pig's ears or snouts.
Yeah, I've seen them, and I don't want to try eating any of them or cooking the snout nor the ears at all. No, I'll just pass.
That's definitely for poor people, because who else would go that far, you know?
I don't know. Maybe it's a delicacy that I just haven't discovered yet.
I don't know. I ate calf brains one time.
And
No, they would just tasted like something that came from a cow. You know, I mean, it was just a little different. It had a cow taste to it, but nothing really outrageous.
I think I can understand that. I haven't tried it yet. Tongue, I haven't tried that. I was tempted, but I haven't.
Well, I think if you buy some of that head cheese, you end up with tongue, ear, nose, lips, gums, everything.
More than likely. Yeah, tonight I just did the simple barbecue chicken drumsticks. Came out very well. It was nice.
Sounds good. Yeah, talking about that pork makes me want to go get some those ribs, man.
Yeah, I got some ribs I got to cook. I like to keep at least 3 to 4 racks on hand at any given time in case I have to emergency cook some ribs for some visitors who have to have ribs. So, you know, there is that. But any announcements I have, since I still think about it, there is a sideband net on 2 meters on Saturday mornings at 08 on 144.200. Mostly everybody is horizontally opposed. The net control is either in Gordonsville near Mount Juliet or down there in near Rock Island. So, and there's plenty of relays, so anybody wants to jump in there on 144.200 Saturday mornings at 8 o'clock in the morning on a 2-meter sideband net, and you have a horizontal antenna, feel free to join us.
Yeah, very good. I've made those announcements before. I'm pretty sure I have that on the main web page on groups about that, but I'm not sure. If I don't, I have it on the week when I send out the notices about the nets. That's one of them that's on there. I'm pretty sure it is. I'd have to look again. I forget what I do in the past. Nope, I'm with you. And by the way, anybody who didn't hear that, Saturday, 0800, there is a sideband net on 144.200, upper sideband, horizontal configuration for best results, and that's been going on for quite a while. Regular, just an open net for anybody who wants to jump in there.
And we'll have, this morning we had stations as far away as Missouri, and I think Illinois was trying to check in, so, or at least Illinois station was out there. I think he was just calling CQ, but we did get a check-in from Missouri and West Tennessee and Arkansas, so yeah, that time of the day the band can be open, and some of the contacts could be quite incredible.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome on 2 meters. You don't often think about that, just like you don't think about it on FM. And we had, I think you were around for that time, we had on our net on 2 meters FM, we had guys checking in from central Illinois.
Oh yeah, in Alabama and Kentucky also.
Right, it's amazing what conditions will do for us. Anyway, anything else for the net there, Jimmy?
No, sir. Just happy to be able to attend the nets, and sorry I don't get a chance to go to the breakfast that often. It's kind of far away, and we have to plan accordingly to go there. And I got to work, and it's one thing after another. Maybe someday we'll have a breakfast closer to the RQTHs on this side of the country. That would be nice. All right, Paul. Catch you later. Good to chat with you as always. E4TYJ. Back to net.
Jimmy, I think the last time you were here was during the COVID debacle over there at Charlie Daniels Park.
No, I went out to Hermitage once.
Were you? I don't. Hermitage. You know what's funny? I forgot about that. I don't know. Well, good. I'll forget it. I am stood corrected. I forgot about that. Anyway, hope to see you again soon. We seem to be stuck on Golden Corral, but maybe we need to depart from that for well, because if we go over there, we're just going to get you, probably nobody else but me. You know.
Comment.
Go ahead, Mike.
Oh man, listen, we need some. You need to bring your XYL. We need some cookies to go along with that soft serve.
I will bring it up to her, okay?
Thank you, Jim. Back to net control.
Very good. Anyway, anything else, Jimmy?
No, I write that down. Cookies for Mike and the rest. I got it. Cookies.
Hey, you can just ship them in UPS if you want to.
Just drop them off and deliver them and be on my way. Is that what you're saying?
No, we'd love to have you and your bride there.
All right. No problem. I will make a note. Cookies, and we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, I don't think you have to twist your wife's, you know, twist her ears to make her want to come. I'm sure she likes it.
Sometimes I have to give her plenty of warning so she can prepare.
Yeah, well, I'm with you. Yeah, well, that's true of all women.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All right, I'll let you go back to back to being net control, Paul and Mike, and I got your comments and duly noted, written right here on my notebook. Cookies for the guys. All right, KE4TYJ.
Yeah, very good. That's Jimmy, and he's in Woodbury, KE4TYJ. Big signal. It's got a nice multi-element vertical beam headed in my direction. He puts it in many directions, but today it's pointed in my direction. Who else is south or east?
KM4YRF.
Very good. Duly noted, Michael. You have a good signal as always. I'm glad you're copying everybody. And in fact, I'm glad when you can't copy somebody. At least means I'm not so deficient.
Well, that does happen.
I know it does. It's weird. It's weird because sometimes you can really key in on somebody, particularly from the north.
Yeah, I didn't hear Rick very well tonight, but like the last several nets, I've heard him good.
Yeah, he was decent to me, really strong. Anyway, nothing else?
Nothing else, Paul. Thank you for doing what you do. Back to net control.
That's what I do. That was Mike KM4YRF. He, of course, fills in for me when I'm not here or not here. Anybody else south or east?
KM4HQE.
You all loaded up for the Ham Fest we're going to there, Stan?
Yeah, I guess so, Paul.
Guess so. All you need is drive over here and bring money.
Yeah, this is true.
Anything good for the nets you've been doing? Because it's so damn hot, I don't even want to go outside.
Yeah, not for me. I want to cook some outside, but it's too freaking hot.
Well, it was freaky, really, because it was, I forgot what it was. I think it listed as 99 in my backyard, and that's the highest I think. No, it's the highest I've seen personally in the yard, but I've heard it. I hit 105 the first year I was here back in 2012 in June, which was really weird to me.
Yeah, I think it was 97 here earlier, but I've seen it over 100 here before.
Oh, I'm sure you have. That was what was odd about. I've mentioned this before. I lived in Florida for almost 37 years. Not once has it ever, until this past year, hit 100 in the history of, because the Weather Service is the standard for that temperature. Never went over 100 until either this year or I think it was last year was the first time it went over 100 in the lifetime of Tampa, which is weird. And then I come here, and it was 105. I go, what the hell?
Yeah, I don't really remember what the high temperature for Nashville is. I'm thinking maybe 107, but I can't be certain on that.
Well, whenever you look at weather, no matter where you look in weather, in weather data, I don't care which one you look at. If you looked at Maine, you go, well, how cold can it get in Maine? And you'll see it go, the extreme was in 1924 or something, and it was minus 60, which it wouldn't normally be that way. But the weather pattern changes. You never know what's going to happen. Just like here, it could be 107 tomorrow.
Yeah, I think the weather changes in, I'm thinking like 30-year patterns, but anyways, I won't hold you up, Paul. Back to that KM4HQE.
Yeah, very good. That's Stan. He's in Lebanon, KM4HQE. We're going to the Ham Fest in my car, I believe, on Saturday. That's the next Saturday. It's a nice event. It really is a nice event. We only go to Ham Fest like that, especially the big ones for the cuisine, for the current clothing standards, the high fashion of the hams. And, of course, the discolored yellowing T-shirts really fit the bill there. And then, of course, the babes. Anyway, who else is east? Up to the north.
WB0NOO.
I hate to sound sexist, but the babes are awesome.
Oh, yeah, it's always the babes. That's why you go to the Hamfest.
What's terrible about that is you could drag in Toady Fields and everybody thinks she was a beauty,
Yep. Yeah, we used to joke about that when we go to Dayton. And,
there were probably over 10,000 hams there, and probably 20 girls.
Yeah, it's amazing how sexist that is, that women don't participate, you know?
Proves that women are smarter.
No, I think it proves that men are dumber.
It could be that too. Anyway, I've been cooking over here all day, made a double pot of bean soup on the hottest day of the year. Does that make any sense? And I measured 101 here.
Wow. What do you use for measuring? Do you have an electronic one or something?
Yeah, I've got a Davis weather station, and the sensor is up about 15 feet off the ground and under an eave, so it isn't in the middle of the sun. But it's generally pretty accurate.
Oh yeah, I'm with you too. I have a little weather station, but it only gives me, it's not a whole weather station, it's just a remote, just has a remote sensor for temperature and humidity.
Yeah. I've got another one that's in the temperature sensor is actually built into a rain catcher. And I mounted it on the deck, and it's we have a black railing around a gray deck, and I mean, I've seen it measure like 115 out there.
Yeah, you can't really set them out there in the direct sunlight. That's the problem.
Well, I agree with you, except if you want to catch rain, you can't really put it under the eave either.
Well, you have to put in a funnel in a tube running over to it in the shade. You have to put a funnel in a tube running over to the shade.
Yeah, that'll work. All right, carry on. WB0 Innobo, I'll listen.
Very good, very good. That's Mark, Whiskey Bravo 0, November, Oscar, and he's up by the Cumberland River Lake Beach in North Wilson County. Who else is north? I have no idea. There was probably 3 people in there. I don't know how to ask for one at a time. Somebody ending in Y.
Wes.
That was Wes, KE4TWI. Very good. That was I, not Y. Very good. You doing all right, Wes?
Yeah, doing good here in Possum Town. I'm enjoying not being at the fair. I think that within the next few years they're going to have to move the fair to September, and I know why they have it traditionally for agriculture, but I think the point stands that most people don't go for that. I mean, it's funny, of my friends, of the people I work with and the people who live around, I don't know anybody who's going to the fair, so I don't know. It's weird. It's like the worse it gets, the more crowded it gets, and the hotter it gets. So, KE4TWI.
Need I tell you when they do the state fair in Florida?
Well, I don't know if there's any escape in the heat in Florida. When is it?
February.
Well, that's more reasonable. All right, I'll give them that. Yeah. Good point to Florida there.
Well, it stands to reason. Because Florida, if you're in Florida or Tennessee in August, you're going to cook. I don't care what day it is.
Well, it's funny that the defenders of the fair being at this time will always say, well, it's about A, about agriculture, and B, it's about scheduling. And yeah, all that's true, blah, blah, blah. But the fact is, regardless of all that, the idea of me going out now, it's 90 degrees, and it's at dark, with thousands of people, that is, I have no words for that. It ain't happening. KE4TWI.
Oh, I agree. It's I always got a kick when I went to the fair, and again, like you are a little taller than most, and you look over this sea of people. And this is in February now, and I always used to joke and say, "Man, all the trailer parks are empty."
Well, anyway, things are good here in Possum Town. No complaints. And the local enhancement tonight's pretty good, so all signals should be a little bit better with the haze at the horizon and all that.
Oh, they are better today, Sam. Interesting you said that, because we had some great signals from down in fact, it was bad on FM, but it was better on the digital modes for Larry down in Rockville. He was shabby on 2 meters FM, but great signals on DMR and C4 FM. It was weird. The digital signals were coming in better, so I can't explain that. Anyway, appreciate you being there. There was KE4TWI Wes. He's in Possum Town. I was going to say Potty Town, but that didn't sound right. Who else is north?
KD4GON.
KD4GON. Hey, were you able to hear KQ4OMI? Was that you?
I didn't hear him.
Okay, it was earlier in the net, right, almost at the beginning, and he's up in Cedar Hill, and I could barely hear who it was.
I wasn't here for the first part. I had just came in about a hour ago, so no.
All right, I got you. Anyway, how are you doing?
About to melt. I'm hot.
You're not hot in that 71-degree house, are you?
Well, I'm sitting here chilling out right now, but I've been out there working on my antenna on my truck, and about to melt.
Yeah, it is hot. It is. It's uncomfortably hot, particularly if you're working outside, or you're working outside in the sun. That's when it gets brutal.
Right.
It's the same everywhere. I mean, I can't believe it. Of course, I was young when I worked construction in Florida outside in the summer. Well, all season, all year long outside. But you get used to it, but it's not fun.
I know, but I'm not used to it, I don't guess.
Well, I guess technically you are. You're still working every day. It's not like you stay home and go, it's too hot.
Really?
No. I don't know. It's like anything. People can't get used to just about anything unless you have some kind of a health problem,
Yeah. Yeah, I see that.
Anyway, anything else for the net, Danny?
No, that's it.
Very good. That's Danny. He's in Station Camp KD4GON. Big signal as always. Who else is north?
KD4CVE.
KD4CVE. The man of many voices. What's going on, Greg?
Not much. Yeah, I came into the shop. It was 105, but I had air blowing on me, so it felt good.
Yeah, I was noticing that the other day. My wife said it's really hot. I go, well, if it was a little bit cloudy one day and the breeze was blowing and I was out in the yard, it felt pretty darn good.
Yeah, to me, it's all about the wind factor, and I think it was only 37% humidity, so that's pretty low, really.
Was it really that low? I didn't know.
Pretty sure, unless I'm dreaming.
No, you could be right. Generally speaking, when the temperature gets really high, the humidity doesn't follow that curve.
Nah, particularly in August, things are starting to change.
Well, I hope so. When I told my wife a few days ago, she goes, what's the weather going to be like this? And I looked on the thing on Weather Underground. I say, well, honey, you got 10 days of 94 degrees and higher for the next 10 days. She wasn't happy.
Yeah, there's not as many mowing days coming up. It's waning down. We're getting there.
Oh, yeah. I just noticed today, man, my grass this year I can't remember it ever growing better than it has this year due to the nice warm weather and lots and lots and lots of rain.
It's been verdant.
Oh, it's unbelievable. It really is. I was really surprised. Anyway, I felt like I was out on a golf course and I had to be mowed every few days, Anyway, that was Greg, KD4CVE, and he's in Hendersonville. Anybody else north? Okay. Oh, man, I can't believe I can hear you out there. How you doing? How are you doing tonight?
Pretty good. Did I hear a Monty Python reference earlier?
Yeah, I was going to ask the questions. What is your name? And then what is your quest? And then what's your favorite color?
Red, blue.
You're going down the cliff. Throw them down into the chasm.
Roger that. I was going to say, go away, or I should talk to you the next time.
Yes. No, I always liked that. First time I saw that, I couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah, it was awesome. Anyway, that's all I got, brother. Back to K4WK.
Well, very good. The signals are particularly good tonight since I can hear you reasonably well from up there north of Bowling Green.
Well, I've been talking regularly down into Alabama, so I've been able to. Band's been pretty good.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. Well, very good. Nothing else for the net, Steve? Yeah, very good. That's Steve. He is 60 miles, roughly 60 miles, almost due north of me, north of Bowling Green, and does a great signal as always. It's good to have him in there. And he's been running a net up there out of Bowling Green. We have that on our schedule, a reminder. So if you get a chance and you got something like, especially a beam, and point it in his direction up there just north of Bowling Green, you can talk to him on, it's Tuesdays and Fridays, right? Say again? Oh, I missed that last part. Wow, conditions changed pretty much. remind me, Michael, what's the net? I thought it was Tuesday and Friday.
Tuesday and Fridays at 7:30.
Oh yeah, that's what I thought it was. 7:30, Bowling Green. And it's on again. It's on the reminder we send out every week, and it's also on the reminders when the nets happen. With the regular, just get a regular reminder through the system. Anyway, Steve, K4WKE, WKU, excuse me. Here, I'm dreaming here with the wrong letters. And not north of Bowling Green. Who else is north?
KB9RKK.
KB9RKK. It's good to see you this morning there, Frank.
Yes, sir. Glad to be able to make it there. Glad to see everybody. Got nothing. Just too darn hot. I can, even with the AC on, it's 82 degrees inside here.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, in my shack, it's a little warmer because it's at the far end of the house from the air conditioning unit. And it's 82 right here where I sit.
Yeah, I mean, this is the hottest I've seen it in quite a while. I mean, the thermometer is the clock. It's on the exterior wall, but I have two windows, and it's the eastern side of the house, so it gets all that sun in the morning, and it gets really hot up here.
Oh yeah, well, it's summer. What do you expect? We kind of know what to anticipate, don't we?
Yeah, I mean, all the last 8 years I've been going to the fair, and I'm like, this year I'm going to be doing the last Saturday for the group, but it's so brutal. It's going to be 100 tomorrow.
That's what they tell me. I'm going to have that changed, by the way. I think I got some pull in that area.
Okay, good. I'll turn it back over to you, KB9RKK.
What I'll do is I'll just increase the wind capacity. That was Frank, KB9RKK. He's over in northwest Mount Juliet, as far as he can probably get before he jump over the fence into Davidson County. KB9RKK. Anybody else north?
Comment.
Yeah, go ahead, Eric Echo.
Is it okay if you tell Frank to answer his phone, please?
Frank, Echo's asking you to answer your phone.
Yeah, I tried calling him twice about the trailer up there at the fair.
Okay, well, email him.
Alrighty.
All right, very good. Who did I hear in there from north?
You heard me.
Hey, what's going on, Carlin?
Just sitting here listening to everybody talk about it being so hot.
Oh, it's pretty hot, but even at my age, it's bearable, unless I have to work outside doing heavy lifting.
Yeah, I've been out about once, twice or so. I don't know. It was hot, but it ain't nothing I couldn't survive.
Well, I can make it out to the mailbox and back without passing out.
Yeah, matter of fact, I just did that about 20 minutes ago. I walked up there to the mailbox. I forgot all about the mail being Saturday. They've been talking about killing it anyway for the last couple of years. So I thought, well, I better go out there and see if there's anything out there. And, of course, there wasn't.
I don't think they're going to ever kill Saturday delivery, but they might.
Oh, yeah, they're done talking about doing away with the Postal Service now. I mean, they can't make up their mind what they want to do.
Well, if they do anything, it would be my estimation the best thing to do is to privatize it and still put under government auspices and let the private enterprise handle the details a little better than the Postal Service does.
I forgot who it was that was in the government said that those big salaries and other perks that those top echelon people in the Postal Service are getting said is going to, quote, it's got to stop.
Yeah, I don't quite understand that because most government employees I'm aware of do not get bonuses based upon production.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I used to, when I worked at Ara Donnelly, the first part of my years working there, I sorted mail. And, of course, there was those years where there was the postal people were going postal and stuff. And I could see why, because it got that carrier route and rural route and stuff. Oh my! There was times where I was bagging mail that you was putting a single catalog in a bag, and the machine's running at about 180 or 200 books a minute.
Yep, I'm with you. My wife had to do that work quite a while. And she told me, and she was used to it though. I mean, working on the machines, and it was a lot busier actually on the machines back in the 90s, 80s, and 90s because there was still a lot of first-class mail. Now first-class mail is down to a trickle.
Yeah. Well, let's see. We was doing Lily and Vernon and Guidepost and who else? Life Magazine and what's that one thing that the AARP puts out? Modern Maturity. We was doing magazines and catalogs and stuff. And trying to think of that one. Alden's, Rodeman's, catalogs. It was just all kinds of stuff. And they come up with that carrier route stuff that we had to start doing, and that was just, I mean, I remember training a guy, and it wasn't unusual what had happened. You know, they'd bring somebody out there for me to train, you know, and I'd let them watch how I was doing, you know, and they might be dragging to put it on a certain pallet because you had a pool of mail. And I remember this one guy, I was training him, and it come lunchtime, and I said, okay, well, you go on lunch, and when you get back, then I'll go to lunch. Well, we had a 30-minute lunch, and I stood there, you know, in a bag, you know, and wait for that guy to show up, and he never did come back. he decided that he had enough of that.
Yeah, no, that's the bad part about the Postal Service. A lot of jobs are very, very tedious.
Oh yeah, that bagging of that mail, that was just. And I remember Alden's one time we was running that, and it was there was no better of the mail. I mean, it just started. It was every bit of it was one catalog to a mail bag, and you know we're running 230 books a minute and stuff. You'd have to cut the line off. There was no way to stop it. Of course, the operator that was on that one particular line, he would just come back there with a toothpick in his mouth and look at you like, how dare you cut my machine off, and start it right back up. And the stuff is falling in the floor. You know, you couldn't keep up. And the thing about it was, during that time, I had a TV antenna up, and this was back during analog television. And one night we had a band opening on the TV. And I was watching all these TV stations all over the place. At WXYZ Channel 7 out of Detroit, Michigan. WLS Channel 7 in Chicago. I remember when they signed off at about 1:30 in the morning, they were talking about the way they were transmitting circular polarization. That was a big thing that was going on back then. And I was moving the antenna a couple of degrees, and I come up on a TV channel in Ohio, out of Dayton. And they was doing the news, and I thought, well, I'll watch the news here at Dayton, you know, it's something else. And during the news program, one of the reports was, oh, well, Alden's catalog company has went bust. And they showed the people walking out of the place, and I'm going like, we're running this stuff. And, of course, I go to work the next day, and I told them, I said, well, why are we still running this? They went bankrupt. I watched it on the TV last night on the news. We got to complete the contract. I thought, well, that's kind of stupid. You're going to send these catalogs out, and nobody's going to be able to order nothing?
Wow. That's funny. Well, yeah, you're being the forefront of what's really happening when something stops, you know. Anything else for the net there, Carlin?
I guess not. I did hear somebody keyed up or something when I unkeyed there, so I don't know. I'll hush up and let you get somebody else. So with that, hope you're doing okay and staying cool. And I don't know. I hope everybody else is doing the same out there. So with that said, KD4VW, and I'm going to turn it back over to Net Control.
Very good. That's Carlin in Bethpage, Angeltown. Anybody else, Nora? All righty. Well, then we're going to be calling for... Jump right in. We're going to call in for all dilly-dallers, spuddlers, landlubbers, sandbaggers, lollygaggers, lurkers, skulkers, slackers, lackeys, toadies, lackers, repeater, chunkers, shape-shifting lizard people, moon landing deniers, and those who don't deny it, moon occupied by aliens, and those that deny it, flat earthers, and those that deny it, scanner listeners, SDR donglers, preppers, and end-time survivalists, and, of course, the Bigfoot Believers Society. get you out of the woodwork, don't
I hear you. Now, I was listening to the net. The dog had me pinned down on the couch, laid across me.
You doing all right?
Yeah, we're doing fine over here. And that little puppy, he's going on 14 months, and he's at 124 pounds.
Is that Great Dane?
Yes.
Man, those dogs are... You know, there's even bigger dogs. I saw one recently on one of the YouTube channels or something. It's unbelievable how some big dogs get.
Yeah, he's pretty good size. I forget, I wrote it down on the calendar, how many inches he was to the shoulders. And he's average right now for, for his age.
I'll have to send you a picture. I was at the vet's a few weeks ago, and this guy had a dog in there that it was the size of a Great Dane, and he had fur that was long and kind of scraggly and multiple color black and grayish. And I said, what? And it was actually something to do with a cross between a standard poodle and a Great Dane.
Okay, I was going to say an Irish Wolfhound, maybe.
Man, yeah, that's right. But I had never seen a dog. In fact, I got a picture of it. I said, you don't mind? No, people are proud of their dogs. Of course, everybody's proud of their dogs, I guess.
Oh, yeah. This one here loves to go for a ride in the car. All I have to do is open the garage door, and he bounds out, and he's standing there waiting for the door on the van to slide open. He jumps right in.
Yeah, well, that's good. My first dog I had as a child she hated being in the car, which I never understood.
Oh, the last one we had, one we put down back in November, he would see the suitcases, and he'd go outside and he would try his best to hide.
Dogs aren't as dumb as they look, do they? Are they?
No, they're not. No. All right, well, I got nothing else for the net. Something just beeped. What was that? I got nothing else, Paul. Carry on. K1SPD.
Very good. Good. I'm glad you came in there, Scott. That's Scott, K1SPD, and he's in Laverne. Anybody else before we move on to 144-240? All right, that's where we're going. 144-240. We'll see you then. There we go. We're on 144-240. Looking for check-ins. We'll start for the same way with the West. Please come down. Nobody West? How about South? Very good. We got Jimmy, KE4TYJ in the South with a good signal. Here on 144-240. Who else is, and that's in Woodbury. Who else is South?
K1SPD.
K1SPD. That's Scott in Laverne. Good signal as well. Ought to be. He's not too far away. Closer than Jimmy is, that for sure. Who else is South or East?
KM4YRF.
Very good. KM4YRF. That's Michael here in Mount Juliet. Anybody else East? Okay, nothing heard. Going to the north.
Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo Kilo.
Oh, yeah, big signal. Almost sounds like 2 meters. KB9RKK. That's Frank in northwest Mount Juliet. Who else is north?
WB0NOO.
WB0NOO. Really a nice bassy signal there. You know that, Mark?
That's good. I got my manly mic on.
You're manly. You're just trying to impress those of us who know you're really ruled by feminists.
It's the chicks.
That's right. We're all at the behest of the chicks. That's just life. I've only been married 3 times, and I know you've been married more than once, so you know the story. Anyway, that's Mark, W0NOO. Who else is the north?
Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo.
Very good. Kilo Delta 4, Charlie Victor Echo. He's got a nice booming voice as well.
Oh, yeah, real booming, real. I'm making it real. I'm keeping it real.
That's right. Keeping it really real. Very good. And we all ought to put those voice changers on our phones and see our signals and see what happens. We'll all sound like idiots. That was KD4CVE. That's Greg in Hendersonville. Who else is north? Really low signal for you tonight there, Carlin. That's KD4CVE in station camp. I can still hear it with the headphones on, but it's very skinny little signal. But good copy, though. Who else is north? North or anywhere? All righty, very good. I think we had 8 in there tonight, so we're good with that. And we're going to move over to 50.135. 50.135 it is. I'm going there right now. K4PEW. Alrighty, we're here on 50.135. I'm horizontal, of course. If you can't hear me properly, it's because you're probably vertical. But who we got north? Actually, from the west. Nobody from the west? How about the south? I was hoping I'd hear Jimmy in there, but it's kind of tough. Anybody from the south? How about the east?
KM4YRF.
Man, it's getting lonely in here, Michael. KM4YRF here in Mount Juliet. Who else is? By the way, your 6-meter signal is perfect today.
I'm sorry?
Your 6-meter signal is perfect today. Normally it's got that hosed up interference problem or something.
I think it's because of the rain.
Oh, is it raining?
Yeah, we haven't had any.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, you need to get that sponge out of your cable.
I hear that. Back to that control.
Very good. That's KM4YRF. Here's your Mount Juliet. Who else is east? East or north? All right. Really low signal, but I got it in there. KD4CVE. I'm glad I had the headphones on. I got you in there, Craig. Who else is north? Yeah, you got a good signal in there. You're vertical on 6 meters, aren't you, Mark?
No, I'm horizontal on that wire.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's not as good as my can't even think of the name of my antenna. That square thing made by M Squared.
Yeah, I got one in the garage. Put it up.
You know, they don't work real good just sitting in the garage. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, I did it.
Yeah, I know. Tomorrow. That's it. It's going to be tomorrow. That's Mark, KB0NOO. And who else is north? Very good, KE4TWR. And you're on the what do you call it? Aren't you? The log periodic? Awesome. Yours is not quite that high, but I've still got good copying. Oh, I know. We all do the best we can. Hold on one second. Great. I was trying to scare the dogs and I knocked over the trash can. Because the dogs were acting up. All right. Anybody else besides West, KE4TWI, who's in Possum Town? Anybody else up any place, anywhere? Nobody, any place, anywhere? All right. We're finished. We're going to go over to 223 dot whatever. You know where that is on 220, so we'll see you there. K4PEW.